Good morning students. Today we can see the magnetic field. So what is magnetic field means if you keep a white sheet, then if you pour some of the iron fillings in that, if you keep the magnet means how the magnet it will be attracted by the magnetic iron fillings. So what is that means the space around the bar magnet where the arrangement of the iron filling exists that represents the field of influence of the bar magnet. If you, for example, any of the magnet, if you take, if you, the iron fillings is there means it will be attracted by each other. So that is the magnetic field. The exact definition is magnetic field is defined as the space around a magnet in which its magnetic effect or influence is observed, and the unit of the magnetic field is Tesla or Gauss, and 1 Tesla is equal to 10,000 Gauss. So next we can see the tracing magnetic field. So first we can trace the magnetic field with the help of the compass needle. So in the compass needle we will be having a north and south direction. So we have to take a white sheet paper, that is it should be flattened. It should be pinned in the drawing board or anything. It should be flattened. Then only we can draw neatly. So using the board pins, otherwise sellotape, we have to paste the paper with a fixed. Then a small point in plotting the compass needle. So this is the compass needle, this is the north and this is south. We have to keep here and we have to plot the point. Then only we have to join the arc like this. So the small pointing compass needle that we have to place near the edge of the paper, and the board that is rotated until the edge of the paper, and it should be the parallel to the magnetic needle. That should be the parallel to the magnetic needle. So the compass needle is then placed at the center of the paper and at the end of the needle. So for the new position of the north and south are marked when the needle comes to the rest. So when the needle is coming to the rest, we have to mark the poles. So that point, if you are joined means and the straight line is obtained. So that line, it will be represents the magnetic meridian. So cordial direction, that is north and east, then south and west, that is drawn near the corner of the paper. So the bar magnet that is placed on the line at the center of the paper with its north pole and the south pole. So the north pole is facing the geographic north. The outline of the bar magnet, it should be drawn. Then the plotting compass is placed near the north pole of the bar magnet. It is placed nearer the bar magnet. Then the plotting compass that is placed after that we have under the end of the north needle, and end of the needle also we in the north pole we have to mark it. Then now the compass, it will be moved to the new position. So such that the south pole occupies the position previously occupied by the north pole. So in this way we have to proceed the step by step. So first we have to complete one, then we have to complete. First we have to mark it, then only we have to draw the arc. So the curved line is drawn by the joining the plotted points and then marked around the magnet. So this line, it will be representing the magnet that is shown here, how it is. So the curved line, it will be formed. So the curved line that is around the bar magnet, that it will represent the magnetic field of the magnet. So the direction of the line that is shown by the arrowheads. This is by the arrow we are plotting that. So this is the tracing the magnetic field. So this is the north pole and the south pole. At last we will be getting like this. So and next we can see the magnetic materials. Materials which are attracted by the magnet, that is called as a magnetic materials. Now next, non-magnetic materials. Non-magnetic materials is the materials that is not attracted by the magnet. For example, plastic items, that it will not be attracted by the magnets. For magnetic material example, many things, iron pins, stapler pin, iron nails, then small pieces of many things is there. So that is the magnetic materials. For example, for non-magnetic, all the plastic items, that it will not be attracted by the magnets. So next, the magnetic field is classified as diamagnetic materials, paramagnetic materials, then ferromagnetic materials. So first we can see the diamagnetic materials. So the diamagnetic materials will be having a 5 points. So for all the 3 also will be having a 5 points. A small word only will be difference. So that alone you have to study properly. So diamagnetic material means when suspending in the external uniform magnetic field, that it will be aligned by themselves. So that is in the direction of the perpendicular direction. So it will be aligned themselves by the perpendicular direction to the direction of the magnetic field. So diamagnetic material is in the perpendicular, that it will be aligned by themselves in the perpendicular direction. But the paramagnetic means para, so that is that it will be aligned in the parallel direction to the magnetic field. So the ferromagnetic also, it will be aligned by themselves in the parallel to the direction of the magnetic field. So the next they will be having a tendency to move away from the stronger part to the weaker part. When it is suspended in a non-uniform magnetic field, they will be move away from the diamagnetic will be move away from the stronger to the weaker. The paramagnetic, it will be move from the weaker part to, that is opposite to the diamagnetic, weaker to the stronger part. And the ferromagnetic is that it will be move quickly from the weaker to the stronger part. Maximum the paramagnetic and ferromagnetic both will be similar only. The next third point, this diamagnetic will be get magnetized in a direction that is opposite to the magnetic field. Opposite to the magnetic field. The paramagnetic, that it will be get magnetized in the direction of the field. That it will be get direction of the field. Then ferromagnetic will be strongly magnetized in the direction of the field. Then for example of the diamagnetic materials, bismuth, copper, mercury, gold, water, alcohol, air and oxygen. These are the examples for the diamagnetic. Then for paramagnetic, examples aluminium, platinum, chromium, oxygen, manganese, solution of salts of nickel and iron. These are the examples of the paramagnetic materials. Then for ferromagnetic, so examples for ferromagnetic is iron, cobalt, nickel, then steel and some of the alloys. So these are the examples for the ferromagnetic materials. Then last point, the magnetic character of these substances, that it will not affected by the external temperature. That it will not affect the external temperature, that is the diamagnetic material. So in the paramagnetic, the magnetic character of the substance, that it will be affected by the external temperature. Then in the ferromagnetic, the magnetic character of the substance, that is affected by the external temperature when they are heated to become a paramagnetic. When they are heated to become a paramagnetic only, that it will be affected by the external temperature. So next we can see the artificial